What's going on, Buff Nation? Welcome back to another video. So Kyle Whittingham, head coach of the Utah Utes, was asked a question about the run game and how they plan to attack Colorado, who ranks currently 98th in the rush defense. And Kyle had a nice little answer to say, but then I want to talk about what exactly does that mean and how Colorado matches up. You would be surprised. They actually match up against Utah much better than they have their last previous opponents. However, headed into Utah, Rice-Ellis Stadium is going to be an absolute monster task as they've only lost one game at home this year against Oregon. We know Oregon are the dogs. And before that, they hadn't lost, I believe, in over a year. They had a nice little win streak at home going, of course, until Oregon came in. And Kyle Whittingham and the Utah Utes, he's been there since 1945. Just kidding, but he's been there for over 20 plus years. Runs a really well-disciplined coach team. Guys have been there for a very long time. 4, 5, 6 years, seniors. They've got a stacked squad there. They keep a nice little train going and a great recruiting cycle that they've got going on there. And Utah is going to the Big 12, so it's a familiar face that Colorado needs to get used to playing year in and year out as they will be traveling together. But let's take a listen to what he had to say in approaching the run defense of Colorado, which again does rank 98th. But we'll break all that down in just a moment, where Utah ranks offensively and something else that people are overlooking. Take a listen.
Colorado's 95th against the run.
Uh-huh.
Love to run the ball. When you look at the film, does what you see match up with the stats? Is there a big opportunity there?
Well, we are a run-first team. Well, I don't know about run-first, very balanced anymore. If you're balanced, that's more run than most people do, because most people are pass-heavy. But we're just getting into the nuts and bolts of the matchups. First thing you do is you watch the schematics, just the general, what coverages, what fronts, what this, and then you look into personnel, where are the advantages for us, disadvantages, and so forth. So we're just right in the middle of that process. But we need to be effective on offense. You hear me say it every week. We need to run the football, and hopefully this is a good opportunity this week to run the ball.
Now, something to know about Utah is they have not ran the ball very effectively since playing USC, which their defense has not been the greatest this year either. So they haven't really eclipsed, I think, over 100 yards, excluding the running back play from their quarterback, who can get some wheels going every now and then in Bryce Barnes. So just look at the running back play position group as a whole. Haven't just been close getting over 100 yards, but they can appear to get over 100 yards. Now, what I do want to get at, the important part to note here, is other teams that Colorado has faced that rank higher in the rushing offense than Utah. That would be Oregon, Oregon State, and UCLA. Well, Sheldon, they lost all three of those. I understand that. But something else to note about all three of those teams: Oregon, top 5 passing offense. Oregon State, top 50. UCLA, top 70. Utah ranks 107th. The other losses that Colorado has also faced: Washington State, top 10 passing offense. USC, top 5 passing offense. And they got into a nail biter with Colorado State that has a top 15 passing offense. Utah will be the lowest passing offense that they've played all year. So that is something to kind of keep in mind headed into this game. But honestly, it's not the offensive production that scares me about Utah. It will be their defense, and we're not quite sure what's going to happen with Shedeur Sanders yet. We will know more later today when Coach Prime releases his press conference, and hopefully we'll have some more information on where Shedeur Sanders sits. We haven't heard anything come out just yet, but nobody's really posting anything, and we're getting a lot of radio silence out of Colorado after the last few days here. So not quite sure what's going to happen, but those are some interesting facts there to kind of keep in mind, that this could be a team that they get into a nice little close little battle with Colorado the last few weeks against Arizona, who run the ball effectively. That game was tight alongside, again, UCLA and Oregon State. All those games were very winnable games for Colorado. Again, all of those teams, though, had a much higher passing offense than Utah currently does, which I believe gave all three of those teams the edge. Wasn't the run game, definitely was a passing game, allowing them to elevate their game over Colorado and expose them in different ways. But like I also said, all those teams also had really good defenses that were able to contain Shedeur Sanders and not allow him to get into his rhythm, which that is something Utah has been known for over these past few years, even though they've been having a little bit of bumps and bruises over the last few weeks here. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how Colorado bounces back, especially knowing going into this game that there is no more bowl even available. Let's see how the mindset is going into the last game. How does Coach Prime get these guys hyped up? How does he send off the seniors, even though they've had their senior day already? Guys that will be playing their last time in a Colorado uniform will be interesting to watch come Saturday. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.